Hello, everyone. Please just bear with us. We had a bit of a technical issue. We're just bringing everybody back online now. Hi, everyone. Again, apologies for that. There was a technical issue. We are just admitting everybody back on. Mr. Matongo is back on already, I believe. Vatina is just come back on now.
Hello?
We can hear you, Vatina.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, okay.
Yes, yes, loud and clear. Afternoon, everyone. Again, welcome back. Again, for everyone who's just joined back, we do apologize for that. There was a technical issue. We're just waiting for everyone to come back on and then we'll proceed. Evatina?
Yes, David.
All right. I was collecting all of the questions before we disconnected.
I've seen you have sent them to me on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. So I'll read them from there.
All right.
Thanks. Let's just wait a few more minutes for more people to join.
Have you been able to feed yourself off the fact that you're now the #1 rated T20 batsman in the world? That must feel good. Yeah.
We are back, Mr. President.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, yes, yeah, we're just letting in people now again. A few. All right.
Thank you. Thank you for all that have come back. Let's just give a few more minutes for some more to join us. But thank you for your patience. Technology failed us. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you. In a few minutes, we'll start. Apology. More people are joining us. Just a reminder, please type your questions on the chat group. Type all your questions there. We are picking them from there and we'll be reading them as we go.
We continue to talk tonight about God in your heart. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23. The Bible
Please mute, please mute. Hello, Donnia. Are you there? Mr. Matongo.
Oh, Antina, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool. I think we're going to go back to the questions.
Yes.
Okay, let me see where. So they say, is there a visa that allows you to study and work at the same time?
Unfortunately, in South Africa, unlike other European countries, it's either you're studying or you're working. That's all.
Okay. So another one is, when one applies for a general work visa, what points are deemed to be an advantage over South African citizens to be given a general work permit? And is a qualification required?
Yes, the qualification is required. And I think the advantage comes in when you have vast experience and a higher qualification as compared to South Africans that may be holding that position. So experience is the best advantage.
Just to quicken so that we're not locked out again, I'll ask 2 questions at a time because 3 I think tend to end up being too much. So the next one is, how much do you charge if you are to help with medical report, radiographical report, and police clearance report? Then the next one is, good afternoon, I just want to ask, if you are married to a South African for 6 years and you divorce, what happens to your permit and what can you do to please help?
Okay, so on medical and radiological, we charge 300 kwacha each, inclusive of the fees to the hospital. Police report, it's dependent on the kind of fingerprints that you provide us. If you provide us foreign fingerprints, we charge 2,000 rands. If you provide us with local fingerprints, we charge 1,000 kwacha. 1,000 rands, sorry. And then what happens if you've been married to a South African? What happens if you're married to a South African for over 6 years and you divorce? What happens to your visa? Unfortunately, if you have that visa based on the marriage, once you've dissolved the marriage, you have to start making an application for another visa, but you are allowed to apply for a PR while still married to that person after 5 years of being on a relative's visa.
Okay. Then the next one is, since relatives visa is only for spouses and children, what visa do we apply if we want our parents above 65 years old to visit us in SA for more than 90 days? The next one is, what visa do I need to study and work? Okay, this one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for parents who are 60, you still have to get a visiting visa, and if they're staying past the 90 days, you apply for an extension after that. Then for a visa, for study visa to enable you to work, the Act does say that you're allowed to have 20 hours in a week on a study permit. But unfortunately, I think it's not activated because mostly if immigration found you working while holding a study visa, they consider you to be involved in illegal activities. So I suppose the thing to do is to challenge them with the Act information.
Okay. Next one is, what can you do if you used to have a PR, then later on it was suspended? You can't travel in or out of South Africa.
Suspended as in declared undesirable?
I suppose so. It's not very clear. It
Okay,
just says,
then,
what can you do if... Ruth, can you
okay,
retype
then
your question, please? Maybe it's one of those visas where when you get at the PR, you get to the border, they tell you, let me give an example of the Jabu one.
It's
maybe.
not valid.
They tell you
Okay, yes,
wrong.
yes, okay.
It's no longer
Okay.
valid.
Okay, so the best for us, our advice is that you then have to engage a lawyer, because mostly with the South African law, even if somebody processed the permit for you, that is fake, but the responsibility is put up on a person who's the applicant. But then there are conditions that they may be given to you concerning the ban on the PR. If you want it uplifted, they will give you certain conditions that you need to meet in order for that to be lifted. And I think that's when you need a lawyer to come in.
And in this case, how soon can we start the process after this meeting? Is DHA processing permits during level 1 lockdown? The second question is, if I want to renew my study permit, can I renew it here in SA or in Zambia where I made my study permit from?
Okay, even South Africa is allowed for you to renew your study permit, only that it takes much more longer. And with the lockdown, level 1 lockdown, I think you are allowed to go to your country to process the work permit. You're allowed, and how soon? As soon as you want. We've been processing payments from October 1st. We have been processing payments, but this is one clarification I would want to say. For those people who would like us to apply for their work permit, for any kinds of permit in absentia, we suggest that you get passports that are exported from South Africa and have been entered in Zambia. Once we submit a passport that is showing that you're in South Africa, those kind of applications are not accepted. And I think it's just too much work for us to be sending back and you sending back to us. So please, if you want us to apply for any form of a visa in absentia, make sure that you're exited out of South Africa and entered into Zambia.
Okay, and next one is there a way that you can help with the labor letter, because people are having issues to get the labor letter?
On that one, I'm so sorry, with the fact that it's on the other side and we've been trying to get people to help us with the same, but we seem to be hitting a roadblock. So would rather the person does take it up. But I think I've been able to recommend one lady that has so far helped three people, but it's not something connected to us, but I would just introduce, she's helped us with three people. She's helped three people that we've referred to her. But us doing it for you, unfortunately, we can't. With Zambia and the Department of Home Affairs being apart, it's a non-starter for us.
Okay, how can someone get a permit if you don't have no days in your passport or have overstayed? I think that one you answered it already, that somebody needs to have valid, they need to have valid documentation that you're in Zambia. That's what you said, just a short
Yes, they have to be in Zambia.
So that one can't work. The next one is I've heard of a life partner visa that allows you to work. What is it about?
A life partner visa is normally given to people that are committing to be together for life and eventually getting married. But it does require people to actually get a notarized document from the court before they make any applications. But once it's done, they can actually, the foreign fiancé can be given a relative section 11.6. But there should be a document from court signed as a contract. And normally the person is required to come for an interview in Zambia, both the South African and the spouse and the fiancé.
Okay, next one is, can you advise of any lawyers that can help with visa or PR rectification?
Yes, we've got lawyers that we're working with. They are based in Cape Town. So far, we tried working with the other ones in Joburg, it didn't work out, but so far, we engaged, we have a partnership with lawyers in Cape Town, and they've proved to be good, but they actually do want all necessary documents to prove your case. And sometimes if a case is a non-starter, they will communicate there and then that they are unable to work on that one. But we do have a lawyer that we've partnered with.
Okay. This one from Rachel is not very clear, but maybe so you would understand. She says, what does it mean if they stamp entry refused? And what do you need to do in order to clear your passport?
Then we need to know the reason as to why you've refused entry. There are so many reasons. You could have been declared before and then you decide to come. And if they bar you from entering, they will give you a stamp that you've been refused entry. So we need to know the reason why. But normally a entry refusal just doesn't happen there, and then there must be a history from where you're coming from.
Then in regard with passport, can you use a blank passport that has never been used before?
Yes, you can use a blank passport. Some applications have been able to go through with those blank passport, but with some passports, I don't know how they do it, but they seem to track your past information, and they would ask that you come back to Zambia.
I've been married in SA for more than 15 years. I applied for a PR but was rejected because my relative's visa elapsed. I have a 2-year visa. Do I need a 5-year visa to apply for PR?
You should have been on a permit for at least continuously for 5 years for one to apply for PR if it's not a critical skills permit.
Okay. Jacqueline says, is the person only allowed to apply for a PR only if she has critical skills for 5 years?
No. Even after being granted the critical skills, you can apply for PR.
Okay. Can you apply for a permit when you have children born to a South African woman?
What's the status of the children and how old are the children?
Okay, it hasn't stated. Not to push you against the wall, what are the lawyer's fees? The
it varies. The lowest fees are 28,000 rands.
Okay. 20 what?
28,000 rands.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay,
and the money has to be paid in their, and the money has to be paid in their trust fund account before the process is started.
Okay. And Abraham Lungu says, I had a skills permit, but it expired last year on 31st December. Do I need to go to Zambia to apply for renewal? As here, they want me to do a trade test as a technician.
You actually do need a trade test if you're going to apply for a critical visa. You need the critical, the technician test. You can't run away from it. And considering that you are almost 1 year behind with your visa, meaning you've stayed in South Africa without any days, you have to find ways to cross the border without them declaring you undesirable to come to Zambia.
If a spouse has a company permit and renewed it twice, but due to husband permit challenges, she was unable to resubmit for renewal and their company permit has now expired, what procedure does one follow?
What I'm getting from that person is that the person had the spouse visa based on the fact that their spouse had either a work permit or a critical skills permit or a study permit. So they came into a company, that spouse, and then that spouse does not have the permit anymore. So it means that spouse who had the spouse visa has no person, she has no one to support her permit, and because her husband's permit was rejected or something, then they're supposed to either leave South Africa or the husband reapplying for his permit. She can't apply without the husband who's been supporting her all the time having a permit.
Then suppose your file goes missing after having paid you, do you help?
Paid from South Africa. Paid from South Africa.
It doesn't it just says suppose your file goes missing after having paid you. So I don't know whether it's you in particular.
Or after paying us.
Yeah, or I suppose, yeah.
Okay, on our side, it's not possible that files will get missing, especially on applications that are short-term and like a PR. On the permits that are short-term, like work permit, critical studies, for as long as you submitted them to the South African High Commission, they keep tabs on them. Those ones don't get missing. But again, it's on PRs, I don't know if I would call it missing, but what happens is that when we submit an application from this side, can I get a mute on the other, in the background, please?
David, can you mute everyone, please? You can unmute yourself, Donnia.
Okay, yes. As I was explaining, On applications that come to us, it's not possible that they can go missing because the South African, when we have them, we submit them to the South African High Commission who keeps tabs on them. And we also keep tabs on them because we are following up and we are also notifying them that certain applications are from us. On that one, I don't think it will get lost. The only place where I think we might have a problem is on PRs, in the sense that once we make applications from here, they are not sent to South Africa immediately until their diplomatic bag is full. And once they are sent to South Africa, they do have a record here of having had sent them on the other side, but then we just exert pressure so that they can push and push for a response. But unfortunately, you'd find that once documents get there, they are misplaced once they leave Zambia.
Okay, another question is, my wife's visa expired while we were waiting for a PR. We submitted last year, and now also the passport where the visa was expired during lockdown, but I managed to get a new passport. Does she need to come to Zambia to apply for a visa, or we can do it from here?
You can either do it from...
I want to quickly just read a few more because we're running out of time. If one has a PR in the passport and the passport expires, what happens? Yeah, you can answer both.
Okay, so the man whose wife's visa expired during lockdown can apply either in South Africa or here. They can send the blank passport and we can apply for her. The second one is, can you repeat the second question?
The second question is, if one has a PR in a passport and the passport expires, what happens?
Okay, they're supposed to take a copy of the passport, the front page where the PR is, and write to the High Commission to transfer their passport in a new, the visa in the new passport. So they'll have to submit copies of the old passport with the visa, a letter, and the new passport.
Okay. Have you ever handled any of Jabu's PR issues with your lawyers, or do you advise another channel to have this issue resolved?
Yes, we have handled 2 cases. One was reinstated, the other one was rejected because the information was jumbled up.
Okay. Cool. I think the other one you already answered, the one Roy has written again to say how much do you charge for medical report, radiography report, and police reports, and yes, he missed it. On that note, I think most of the other questions were answered before. What we can just do is, please send me, everybody online, you can send me questions that haven't been answered, if at all there are questions that you would like to be explained more. And the slides are available also. We can share the slides where there's the expenditure of what you need to spend rather for each permit that you want to apply for, and we shall share Donnia's numbers to everyone. Remember that when you are a ZASA paid up member, there's a waiver. When you are not a paid up member, you pay the full fee. Unfortunately, there's no way you can lie that you are a member because they do call us to confirm whether you are a paid up member or not.
Okay, so, and Tina, just one clarification before you go. Okay. I think also so many people are using the name of the president to shy away from producing receipts. They come and say the president asked me to call you, and if anything like that is going to happen, we would like to get a heads up, because when we ask them to give us ZASA membership proof, they say the president is the one that asked me. So to make it even easy from us, we would like you to even give, like at the beginning of the year, or when your year starts, would like to have names of people that are paid up. Because we only save, yeah, we only save ZASA members.
The president is too kind. That's why they take advantage of him. No,
yes, they just say, yeah.
We'll send you the names of paid up members so that at least members can also benefit from your side.
Yes, we're also
sorry, Donnia, last question. Do you assist other nationalities or it's just Zambians? Somebody says they have
Just-
a Tanzanian friend.
Just Zambians and other nationalities who've got temporary residence in Zambia, which means they must have a work permit or another permit and are staying in Zambia.
Okay. All right. I think that's about. Oh, somebody is sending me. Last one. I'm not taking any more. Due to the lockdown, DHA are extending critical skills visas. Is Donnia also doing extension applications? If so, what are the requirements?
The same
That's
requirements
the
we
last
gave.
question.
Yes, there's the same requirements that we
earlier.
gave you,
Yeah.
yes, earlier, and the fees that we gave you earlier.
Yeah, okay. No, I think that's about all for now. Because the questions keep coming in. We've seen the questions, we'll write them down and we'll post answers on the ZASA chats and on our Facebook page so that everybody can see. And we'll give you, we'll share Donnia's number, email address so that you can still contact her. But remember, when you are a paid up member, there are benefits to it. Okay. Anything else, Mr. President?
Okay. From my side, just one thing to Donnia, just to give us one person we can contact, because I can see there are a few comments here saying that sometimes Donnia is too busy, so we need a dedicated person who, when we call during working days and working hours, we can easily contact. I don't know, Donnia, if you got a solution to that.
Yes, I will share Mary and Anita's number, but this is what I want to mention to you guys. As all of us are people that work in the field, and sometimes when you go to the South African High Commission, we're expected to leave our phones by the gate and other embassies. So it's unfortunate sometimes that we're expected to answer there and we can't. And even our Zambian immigration now doesn't allow us to go inside with phones. But what we can tell you is that, and this is what I've been doing, as soon as I take a seat, I always respond to people one by one. So I can assure you that with the questions that you will be sending to us, be assured that we'll respond at least within 48 hours.
All right. Okay. With this, I think for now, I would like to thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Chanza, for this great presentation. Obviously, a lot of Zambians have benefited from your services. And to us Zambians living in South Africa, I think we should take this opportunity to be legal. December is now, so most of the people are traveling home. So please, let's visit the consulting firm if you've got questions, so that at least we can start processing legal documents. It's very, very important. To each and every one of us who have joined in, thank you very much. We'll be doing more of these things so that at least we can learn from each other. I would like to thank you for joining in. Program Director, as usual, you've been excellent. Thank you, David, for the platform. Thank you, Mr. Matongo. To all, one more thing is Manchester United has just beaten Southampton, so at least we are happy. Oh, Manchester United fans. Thank you all, and God bless you all, and good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night,
Have a blessed week. Thank you, Donnia. Bye.
Thank you, Donnia. Thank you, Mr. Chanza.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Madam Jean Kambole, I can see you there. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So thank you.
God bless you all. Love you, love you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Jackson from Cape Town, Cape Town, my brother.
No, Cape Town is fine. Thank you very much, my president. Katwishe Moko.
I know we are surviving slow but sure.
Yeah, no, we thank God for that. Thank you, thank you. I
Thanks
hear
a lot.
you are winning, so supporting you behind strongly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, good night, family.
Night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Mr. President. Thank you so much, everyone. Good.
Okay,
I
thank
came
you,
in
thank
late.
you. Oh, thank you, Ms. Ankando. Yeah, no, we are going to send
Summers eat bones.
the minutes as well, so that people can see.
Yeah, Aristi, I'll go through the minutes. I came in late. Probably the network was jumping, like Donia was saying.
Yeah, the network has really been bad.
Yeah, I'll go through the
Thank
notes.
you.
And thank you so much. God bless. God bless
Then
Zambia.
also, I think this session was also recorded as well, so we are going to send the recording, and then also with the minutes. Yeah.
Thank you, my president. Please send us the recorded minutes, recorded video. We shall appreciate that.
Hi,
Sure.
everyone.
Thanks a lot. All right.
The presentation was being sent out live on Facebook, so you will be able to find the video immediately after the session on the magazine Facebook page.
Okay, so
Great.
David, yeah, you can help share it, to everyone.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, then
I'll
yeah,
send
Mr.
a link.
Matongo can bomb it out, yeah, to everyone, yeah.
All right.
Thank
no
you.
worries.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thanks a lot. Mr. Kelvin from Lady Smith. How are you, Bache?
The others will still want to be admitted. Oh.
Yeah, so nice.
Because how did you manage to get to more than 2 goals?
I know we hammered now. Second half was excellent. 2-0 down, then all of a sudden we are 3-2. Yeah.
So you are not on a meeting, you are watching the match.
I'm watching direct here, but I'm here, so the eyes are there. Mr. Kelvin, how are you? Mr. Kelvin from Lady Smith, Bache, how are you? But James Mukuni.
Boss. With your permission, can I ask Mr. Longwe to cross the...
Okay, no, I can see Pastor Piri is very upset because we just finished the meeting minus his prayer, so he is a bit upset.
Oh, Pastor Piri, he opened for us actually, and we
Yeah,
didn't
but
ask him to close. But it was you was it was you was there to tell him, boss. Me, at least I did my opening and you did your closing.
Yeah. Mr. James Mukuni.
Close, Mr. James, we go.
Yes. Good evening, all family, beautiful family. It was very interesting. We had a very wonderful educational thing so that people they are aware. I really appreciate that.
Okay, sure. I know. No, I'm coming on Friday on Friday, yeah, we should have a braai there at the same place.
No problem, boss.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, I think I'm logging out as well now. I thank you very much, Paul.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to be
All right.
ending.
Okay. All right. Okay.